Great. So look, I don't want to keep you much longer. Just tell the people a little bit about 52 Blocks. You know, there's a lot of myths out there, a lot of, 52 Blocks for dudes who went to jail. It's a jailhouse system. If you do it, you're a criminal. Only criminals do it. Just give us a little bit about that.
First, let me say, especially in the inner city, we love negativity. We sensationalize it. It becomes part of urban legend. So the more you can say negative stuff, the more people are gonna love it. And you gotta be in jail and all this other nonsense. The situation is the 52 Blocks is a fighting art system that comes all the way from when we came over here, 1619. Remember, those people that were being enslaved, some of them were enslaved fighting, right? Like I said, they want us to believe we just walked on the slave ship like mummies, and then we came off singing, dancing, eating watermelon. No disrespect. And I mean, usually when we say no disrespect, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna sting. But let's let it sting. Let's take hip hop, for instance. But you see, all this hip hop stuff, what do they glorify? Negativity. What do they glorify? Have they glorified any? I haven't heard anything positive, and I know you can get mad at me because this guy smacked a fellow actor. I haven't heard anything positive since Will Smith was a rapper. Everybody's hoes and bees and dudes and taking Percocet, and we love that, don't we? So of course, people are going to take this system that is an FBA system, Foundational Black American Martial Arts System, and they're going to take it and they're going to bring all kinds of negativity because that's what they want. That's what floats the boat. However, people like myself are trying to counter that by bringing out the true history. Do you think they would have put me on the cover of Black Belt magazine if I didn't have a legitimate explanation of what this art was about and where it came from? Of course not. But the Federation, the 52 Block Federation, was organized so we could teach the people what the 52 Blocks is about. And the people on the board of the Federation happen to be all martial art Hall of Famers and combat veterans. So you're going to learn the best kind of martial arts that you can possibly learn when it comes down to defending yourself in the street. I'm going to say that again. Our board consists of martial art Hall of Famers and combat veterans. Who better to teach you how to defend yourself with a gun or with a knife than somebody who served in the military? So we have those guys on board as well. The system is growing. It's growing, but it must grow positive. You see my shirt? The shirt says, live clean, fight dirty. And that's what I want people to do. Live a clean life, be righteous, do the things that are right. But if you have to defend yourself and protect yourself, you need to fight dirty. In 1865, when we were freed, they started the loitering law. And we went to jail. The martial arts system went to jail. It wasn't developed in the jail. It went to jail. It was tested in the jail. And then later on, it became Comstock. And then after Comstock, they called it Jailhouse Rock. And then now it's called the 52 Block, connected to the card game, the 52 Block system. Now, what happens in the 52 Blocks is that a lot of people think they know the 52 Blocks, or maybe they got a little bit of it, but they don't really know it. I said earlier, I was fascinated with Alex Haley, who wrote Roots, and how he was able to accumulate all of this information. I'm a former student of Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Leonard Jeffries, working with Professor Smalls. So I learned how to piece it together, how to connect the dots. And I spent many years learning how to connect the dots. And I was impressed when I found out, oh, wow, this comes from this part and that part. The 52 blocks, we used to call it the black man's Kung Fu. It was taught many times in secret in alleys and rooftops and hallways. And everybody in the hood knows an uncle, cousin, friend, acquaintance, somebody who is familiar with the 52 blocks. But it was never considered as a system. It was never considered as a martial arts, which is the reason why the Federation has gotten together to make it more of a system so more people can learn the benefits of the 52 blocks. Let me tell you this. I'm going to be in Senegal in January, working in Senegal, and I'll also be in Ghana later on in the year. Ghana is going to make the 52 blocks an official martial arts system. Part of our indoctrination is that we've learned to glorify everything that is negative. So we never talk about the positive or the positive heroes of the 52 blocks. Let's take Brother Jeremiah. Professor Jeremiah would teach any young man who wanted to learn how to defend himself, and he taught them the 52 blocks. He also had one of the first health food stores, and he taught health and fitness in the community. Or Grandmaster Reno Morales. Grandmaster Reno Morales, he was actually a war hero who brought Shotokan karate that he learned overseas to the Bronx. But he also was the 52 block master. But because of the stigma, you know what you were talking about, the jail and all that stuff, he kind of kept it low key with only certain people like me. And he kept it low key and gave me the task of introducing it to others. If you want to know more about people who serve this country, who are 52 block masters or practitioners, please check out one of our shows and you'll see it. Now also there's another person, Johnny Muhammad. Johnny Muhammad, Professor Johnny Muhammad, he served 10 years locked up behind bars. But when he came out, he was another one who went around teaching the 52 blocks. He wanted people to learn 52 blocks, or as it was called, Jailhouse Rock. And he probably was a pioneer, probably was one of the main people who got the world to identify the 52 blocks with Brooklyn. And a lot of people today will go, oh, the 52 blocks, that was created in Brooklyn. Actually, it wasn't. And we talked about where it came from, coming from the motherland, coming from that Middle Passage. This was the fighting art of the people who were slaves, just like capoeira is the fighting arts of the slaves, the Angolans who went to Brazil, and all of those Africans who came from the Middle Passage. This is their fighting art. But most people say Brooklyn, but stop saying Brooklyn, guys. It's bigger than Brooklyn. But Johnny Muhammad, he was the one who really wanted people to see this beautiful martial arts. Somehow, these men don't deserve to be acknowledged. We want to acknowledge and glorify the killers and the rapists, the guy who did 30 years in prison. This is totally ludicrous, and it's a sickness that we need to shake. The 52 blocks is a hybrid for all of those systems I just mentioned. Knocking, kicking, Virginia Shuffle, Carolina Chaos, Stato, Comstock, Jailhouse Rock, and now the 52 blocks. It is a hybrid of this martial arts that came from the Middle Passage. I just want to also note, a lot of people say there's no kicking in the 52 blocks. Then why was it called knocking and kicking? This is why you have to let some of us historians get involved. I have several black belts. When I got my black belt in Taekwondo, I'm not Korean. I got my black belt in Shotokan Karate. I'm not Japanese. Got my black belt in Vietnamese Jiu-Jitsu. I'm not Filipino. Got my black belt in Krav Maga. I am not an Israeli. Got my black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm not a Brazilian. So anybody should be able to learn any martial arts, and that includes the 52 blocks. So I want people to stop saying that the 52 blocks is only for black people, people of African descent, FBAs. No, the 52 blocks is for everyone to learn. We just don't want it to be appropriated, that's all. We want to protect it, the Federation does, from being appropriated. The great thing is that plenty of people are doing the 52 blocks, and the Federation thinks that that's good, but we want people to give the 52 blocks its credit.
Great, great. Listen, so if someone wants to get in contact with you, maybe to do a seminar or another film, or to help choreograph a film with 52 blocks, how can they reach you?
Actually, you can go to the 52 blocks on Facebook. You can also just go to the YouTube channel, because I answer people in the YouTube channel and people that are interested. And look at the Patreon. There's another way. That's another way that you can get involved and get connected with me. I have a lot of people that want to be connected and want to know different stuff. The Patreon, go on the Patreon page. You don't have to join, but if you go on the Patreon page, you get all the information that you need to have.
Great. Can you give them the exact title of your YouTube? It's 52 Federation?
52 Blocks Federation.
52 Blocks Federation. 52 Blocks
Federation. Brother, don't forget to subscribe.
Oh, definitely don't forget to subscribe. Brother, I appreciate your time. It's been great. And until next time, us.
Thank you so much. Salut.